Hello, back out again with my son Trav. Hello! Today we're doing a walk called the Greenwich Meridian Trail. Not the whole thing, it's about 270 something miles, just part of it. I'll talk a bit more about that in a minute, but I thought I'd show you where we're starting off from, which is the abandoned priory of Lewes, which was called St Pancras. I'll turn the camera. First Cluniac Priory, apparently. Founded 1078 to 1082. This is it. So it was dissolved when the monasteries were dissolved in 1537. But yeah, this is what's left of it. There's somebody here, so I'm going to have to move, and I'll show you. That's what it used to look like. So yeah, there was a priory here with the monks, and then I believe there was a nunnery somewhere as well. So we're going to have a walk around today, and where we're headed is straight over there. So this trail, I'll talk a bit more in a minute, follows the Greenwich Meridian line, and we're doing the section from Lewes, which is where we are, hence St Pancras Priory at Lewes, down to towards Peacehaven and Telscombe. We've got the castle, so it's an out and back job, so whatever we do out we've got to do back. Now I'm only still showing you this. This is, I believe there's a sign here, but I believe it's a monument to the Battle of Lewes, which happened in 1264. I'm going to do another video about that at some point, but yeah, this is a monument to it, which was between Henry III and Simon de Montfort, and Simon de Montfort won. Spoiler, although you can look it up. But yeah, this is it. This is the monument to the battle. There was a battle here, Trav, well, up the road. I believe the king's soldiers, the day before the battle, the night before the battle, stayed at this priory. You know, over there you can't really see it, it's only peeking through the castle. So yeah, we're going to be walking along here. We'll go a tunnel under the A27, so we'll catch you in a bit. So we're out from Lewes, headed away from there now, left the Lewes Priory. So a little bit more about the Greenwich Meridian Trail. It was inaugurated, or set up in 2009, and it marked the 125th anniversary of when Greenwich Meridian time was set up, which like centralised and globalised time, so we're all now running on the same time. It's 273 miles. It runs from Peacehaven, where we're headed towards, up to Sandlemere, I'll double check, in Yorkshire. So quite a long way, and it is mostly well signposted, and it follows what's basically, as much as possible using public footpaths, the Greenwich Meridian line, all the way up and down. I'll just show you where we are. So back that way is Lewes Road there. You may be able to hear some traffic, I don't know, because we just went under a footbridge underneath the A27. So we've left the priory, that's the cliffs. So if I show you where we're heading next, so we're heading that way, over that hill, and we probably get somewhere called Spider Bench, because literally we've got to turn back wherever we go. So yeah, we turn there, we get to Spider Bench, we go past Ilford, we're near a place called Rodmell, and another place called Northease, where there are farm estates. We'll talk about those a little bit. Yeah, and then that hill there runs all the way across going towards Eastbourne. I think it's the South Downs Way. I'm sure we touched the South Downs Way, and just beautiful fields. And there's Trav, and the further away we get, less we'll hear the traffic. So on we go. Oh, nice weather, isn't it, Trav?
Ooh, have you got a joke going on?
What are you talking about? Joke? I'm not jokes.
I think you have.
I don't think I do jokes, Trav, do I?
I think you have.
Oh, really? Why would I have a joke?
I think you do.
Guess what, Trav?
What?
You know, I was talking about this Greenwich Meridian Trail,
Yeah.
and it was set up by the British Empire, so deciding with other countries to standardise time. Well, it's made me feel all patriotic, so I decided to wear my British glasses.
What? No! Take them off for the new year. Never mind them. Goodbye. Just don't win them again. Bye-bye.
Oh, I quite liked them. We've reached a village called Ilford, which is part of an estate that's 3,000 acres, comprises 4 different farms, and I think it's a newer estate. It was incorporated in about 1859, something like that. I'm sorry, I'm a bit woolly on the dates, I should have double checked. Church up there. Now, we're not actually going to go all the way down. I was looking for this sundial because I've been a bit naughty and just fractionally rerouted off the Greenwich Meridian Trail because I hate walking through towns and on roads. When we're out walking, I like to be on footpaths. So I slightly changed it so that we're not walking through towns, although I thought I'd just pop it down this bit to show you. But in general, I do prefer to be out in the countryside on a footpath rather than trying to negotiate cars with Trav. That said, it's dead quiet and it's lovely. It's obviously one of those villages that doesn't have a through route, which means it's nice and quiet. Right up there, oh, you probably can't see it, this wall, I think there's a great big manor house, because it is an estate and I think there's an Ilford manor. As I say, it was new, it was made up from 4 farms, but there is evidence of a Saxon settlement, and even some Roman evidence was found. Right, that is the way we've just come, by the way. That's the way we would be going. We're heading straight up this way to stay in the fields. Over that way, and then up. And then, just so you know, if we went that way, I think it would get us back to Woodingdean, because I've walked from Woodingdean over to there. So on we go. Give you an update. Straight down there we just passed is North Ease Farm, I think stud farm, horse farm. Now that apparently was one of the farms owned by the Lewes St Pancras Priory, because they owned tons of land. There was a map of it back when we were at the Priory. So yeah, they owned loads of farms and that was one of them. They made quite a lot of money. So we're just heading straight up here. We've turned right, we've crossed the road that goes down to Peacehaven, I can't remember the name of it, and now we're heading up the hill towards, it's like a marker, I've been there before, Meridian Line marker, loads of stones, and it's on the South Downs Way, so it's not too far. So we'll catch you in a bit further on. So you'll see this marker right behind us is a Meridian Line marker. We've just gone up a hill and turned left onto South Downs Way, so it's on the South Downs Way. Loads of stones there, so it's sort of there to mark we're dead on the Meridian Line. So Travis's side is the Eastern Hemisphere and my side is the Western Hemisphere. So I'll spin you around, show you a bit more, because it's quite amazing views up here. Right, so what I'll do, if we start, there's the sign, Eastern, Western Hemisphere. Now, can't quite see it, unfortunately it's not. But anyway, straight across there is Lewes. So we've walked across there, right across the, I think it's the Ouse Valley. Anyway, those are the hills behind Lewes, all running across. And I know that big whopper there is Mount Caburn, which has got a lot of history. Iron Age, Stone Age, all that. I have been there before. We will do a walk up there. It's supposed to be one of the highest ones in Sussex, I think. So run across here. Now I believe over that way will be Firle Beacon, and then Firle Estate down there. So we're going to be walking straight along the South Downs Way, and then we're going to turn down that way to a place which I'll talk about when we get there, called Spider Bench, and that's probably where we'll stop. It's quite a few miles in, and we're going to have our lunch at some point. So yeah, there's Trav. Carry on straight there. It's the South Downs Way. You can then go along, turn right, brings you down by Housestein Farm, and up then across behind Lewes up the Beacons, or if you go straight on, which we've done before, you would get to Wooding Dean. As I say, we came up there. Bit grey clouds, but I am not expecting rain, and we're still in our t-shirts, so I'm thinking we should be all right. We always have our raincoats, so we'll carry on. Cup of tea and a pork pie. Lovely jubbly.
Oh, thanks.
Actually, we found a bench like in the middle of nowhere. I think where we're going to eat, and we do have the chairs, but benches are easier. And this bench appeared, didn't it, Trav? Like it was sent from heaven. And we're sitting on top of this lovely hill. Behind us, Lewes, and that way. And we're sort of heading off, let me see my hand, we're heading off that way to a little place that's called Spider Bench, which I'll talk about when we get there. And then that will be about it, because we've done quite a few miles. But there you go. Oh, by the way, I meant to say that the village we passed earlier is called Ilford, not Ilford. I'm getting muddled up with London. But there you go. Now corrected to Ilford. Okay, so we're at a place that is on the map, says Spider Bench. It's on my map, and you can find it as a map reference on Google search, but it's not on the OS map that I've checked. And it's like a crossrays. So I'll show you where we've been. So we come straight down the really steep hill just to get to Spider Bench. There's nothing here. And then we're going to go back up in a second, so that'll be fun. There's a cyclist coming. Behind me is fields. The Greenwich Meridian Trail carries on that way, but we've done quite a lot of miles. So we're probably going to head back, because we've got to go all the way back again. You might notice that myself and Trav got scarves on, because it got really chilly coming down that hill. I'm just going to let the cyclist go. It got really chilly coming down the hill. All right. Yeah, anyway, he's gone. It got really chilly coming down the hill, and the clouds are a bit grey. I don't think it's going to rain, so we had to put our stuff on after lunch, just the fleeces and the little scarves, and Trav's got his gloves, but hopefully it'll warm up soon. So, after finding Spider Bench, well, there's no Spider Bench. It's a mystery why it's called that, because there's nothing here to say that. There's a farm here, and it's on the corner of the farm. Anyway, we're going to head back up that way. Back across the top of the South Downs Way, and then down, and then back towards Lewes, basically back the way we came. So we'll see you in a bit. I thought I'd show you this because of the amazing views. We're coming back off the hill on our way back, and it's just amazing views of Lewes. So I don't know, I know you probably won't be able to see quite what I see, but anyway. So straight ahead is Lewes, and I can see exactly straight ahead is the castle, and then to the left is, oh god, no, I'm going to struggle. That is basically the hill that the Battle of Lewes was fought on, which I will do another video with. I can't remember, Mount Harry, I could be wrong. And anyway, that's over that way is Mount Caburn, which I mentioned is the tallest one. And those are all the Lewes hills, and there's a golf club there. There's a really nice walk around there. Loads of like monuments, archaeology and things like that. But I just thought it's a fantastic view. It's coming down the hill, Lewes. So we are going to walk down here. We go around there. We go through all those buildings there, round through there, and basically straight on across the A27, and then we're back at Lewes Priory. It's been fantastic. We're umming and ahhing about taking the fleeces back off now because it's suddenly getting warm, so it just depends on where the clouds are as to what we're wearing. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Okay, back in the car. Trav's had the mints, I've had one too. Our polos, we always have a supply of polos. Yeah, what do I think? It was lovely. It was not quite 10 miles, but you got to go out and back. It was really nice. These are falling off, I'll take these off now. Let me put my reading glasses on. Here. Right, anyway, so yeah, I loved it. The weather was lovely most of the time. There was one bit it got a bit chilly, and I thought it was going to get cold, and at one time I thought it was going to start raining, and it didn't. So we're parked in the car park, I think it's called Mountfield, next to the football ground, the Dripping Pan. Amazing name for a football ground. That's Lewis's football ground. You do pay unless you've got concessions. Yeah, loved it. I could see it be really muddy because it's all flat through farmland. I want to come back. Sorry, I'm eating a mint. That's very rude. I want to come back in summer because we went through all these fields that were ploughed and everything ready to grow. So it'd be quite amazing to come back and see those fields in the summer. Spider bench was a disappointment because there's no spider and no bench. But I still don't know why it's called that. One day I'll find out. Some sort of local name, but it was on a map. So all in all, yeah, it was really good. It's a keeper, definitely. So, what's your verdict?
Very good walk.
Very good walk. Me, yeah, brilliant, really good. Lovely, bit of history. You get views, you got the flats, hills, flats, bit of everything. So, bye.